After I reviewed Armada Megatron, I thought, do I have Energon Megatron kicking around anywhere? If I still have him, I'll review him. And you know what? I did, so I am. It's hard to review a toy like this without directly comparing it to what came before, especially when it was so good. There was just over a year between them hitting the shelves, so lay off me for once. But I'll try and review this based on its own merits. So straight off the bat, it isn't as good as Armada Megatron. It's
Hey!
Sorry, Energon Megatron is a big, bulky boy, clearly designed to look more like Galvatron than anything else. He's heavy and he's satisfying to hold, but that sheer size, the wings, they take up so much space. It almost needs a shelf on its own, this thing. It's a nice clean colour scheme too. It doesn't exactly scream evil, but that little ambiguity, it never really hurt anyone, unless it has. Articulation's very limited too, there isn't really a ton you can do with them. But I do like those cannons on the shoulders. You can pivot them forwards for some added oomph, and you can also turn his wee horns downwards so he looks like a sad rabbit. There isn't a fusion cannon as such, but it comes with a smaller version of Armada Megatron's tank mode.
Hey!
What? It's based on Armada Megatron's tank design, what do you want me to say?
Alright, okay. Okay, but I'm watching you.
Fucking hell. The tank fires a missile that I don't have, but I'm sure you can imagine it. Pressing this button launches the missile, and we get this weird noise. It sounds less like a cannon firing and more like the intro to Are You Being Served? Now that is the most niche, out-of-date reference I'll ever make on this channel, so please savour it. The tank does have this little port on the back. You slot it into Megatron's backpack, and when you pull it out, there's a sword attached to it, like a very violent magic trick. Now you can flip open these grips and attach the tank to Megatron's arm. You can either face the cannon forward, or you can face the sword forward. Either way, it looks pretty weird and inhibits mobility on his arm even more. I don't like it. Stabbing something with the sword gets us another sound. And there's an LED that lights up the sword, in theory. Transformation's simple enough. There are some spring-loaded gimmicks in the legs and the chest and hands that are quite fun to mess around with, but really you're just making him do the splits until he becomes a plane. And what a weird looking jet mode it is. I have to say, anything wacky like this gets a pass from me. You can put the tank on top if that's your idea of a good time, and pulling these wings gives some extra guns in this X-Wing style mode. I do appreciate the amount of landing gear we get too. There's just really not a lot you can say about it. You can forget about matching up to the gimmicks of, say...
Of who?
Of other Transformers, such as...
Such as...
Such as... Armada Megatron, okay? Armada Megatron! I can't help it, man. Energon Megatron is a good, chunky toy, and it's so unfair to do this, but when you compare him to what we just had in the previous line, he's absolutely... he's still pretty good. I can't stay mad at him. I can't really recommend him either, though. Either give me a toy that's packed with features that can't really move, or a toy that's really posable but isn't much fun beyond that. Energon Megatron comes out poorer on both fronts. I almost feel guilty ending a video this way, but when has morality ever come into Transformers reviewing? We're all scumbags, without exception. Do you review Transformers? Are you a scumbag? Let us know in the comments.